I'm Coach Lindsay. Thank you so much for joining me for today's upper body chair class. One of my favorite classes, I have to say. It's very low impact. Obviously, we're going to be in the chair this entire time. You don't have to put any pressure or impact on the lower body joints, but we're still going to be doing a lot of upper body focused strength today. I'm going to talk through a little bit of the structure of the workout today, and then we're going to get started. What we're going to be doing is working 3 different muscle groups. We're going to be working the biceps, the shoulders, and the triceps. And what we're doing this in is what's called a 4x2. And so we're doing 4 sets with just 2 different sets, if that makes sense. So the first set is different than the second set, but we're repeating them twice. The first time we go around, it's gonna be 8 reps. The second time is 10 reps. And so the point of that is to get yourself kind of used to the workout, the exercise, get used to the weight you chose in that first set. And then the second set is designed to challenge yourself. So that's why we increase by 2 reps. So don't worry, I'll walk you all through it, but we're just gonna get started with our warm up. That's the only thing we need to worry about right now. So join me in a chair march. So slide yourself a couple inches forward on your chair. Make sure your feet are nice and flat on the ground. You're engaging that core, you're nice and stable, and let's get into that march. So arms swing side to side, knees go up and down, just getting that body moving, blood flowing. With my week off last week, I definitely need a little bit of extra blood flow today. So join me in this here. Hopefully y'all are getting some nice weather. Awesome job. Let's bring in some arm circles. So keep those legs moving and bring in some forward arm circles. A little bit of coordination here, like a rub your head, pat your belly kind of thing, but that's okay. If you need to slow those legs down, you can. Just warming up those shoulders. And then let's take the rotation backwards and open that circle up this time. So really opening up that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades as those arms go back. Great job. Okay, next part of our warm up is what we call goal pose. So let those legs relax for a little bit. We're gonna take those arms all the way up, and then we're just gonna squeeze those shoulder blades as we come down, and then we're back up. So really just opening up the chest, getting the shoulder blades in the back all warmed up. Start to feel that warmth in the shoulders. Couple more here, and then we're gonna take it horizontally. 2 more. And last one here, go ahead and bring those arms out in front. Same thing, just horizontal. Great job. Okay, last part of our warm up, we're warming up those wrists, okay? We're using weights today, so we wanna make sure our grip strength is nice and strong. So go ahead and take one hand out in front of you, palm starts up at the sky, grab the fingertips with the other, and just extend, kind of pulling your fingertips towards you, just so you feel that nice stretch at the forearm and the wrist there. And then we're gonna go ahead and rotate it and pull your fingers towards you, still getting that nice stretch in the top of the arm and the upper wrist there. And then we're just gonna rotate. So hold each position for just a couple seconds, just kind of getting this nice dynamic stretch here. And then go ahead and switch hands after you finish your little rotations here. So same thing on the other side, getting the forearm, bottom of the wrist there now nice and stretched out, and then flip it over. Great job. All right. All of you should make sure you have weights. If you don't, you can certainly do all of these movements with just your hands. Your upper limbs definitely weigh something, so you're still gonna get a benefit if you don't have weights. But if you are gonna use weights, make sure that you have some lighter weights. You don't need something heavy. So I'm using 3-pounders. You can use 5, you can use 8, you can use 10 if you're feeling super excited. I don't care, whatever you use, just make sure you have some sort of resistance. You can use cans of food, water bottles, whatever. So we're gonna start with our first set. I'm gonna explain the set first. So if you wanna continue to keep that march going, keep your heart rate up, or grab some water, do whatever you need to do. I'll explain the first set, we'll get into it, and then I'll explain the second, then we'll get into it, and then we'll repeat. So first set, 3 exercises. That first exercise is what we call an eccentric bicep curl. Eccentric just means that you're slowly extending the muscle fiber. Normally a bicep curl starts down here, right? And you have full range of motion. We're gonna start here right in the middle. we're gonna come up and then we're slowly gonna come back down. So we're basically giving our muscles time under tension and allowing that slow movement down to allow that muscle fiber to extend, okay? That's the first exercise. Second exercise is a shoulder press. So arms go up in that goalpost motion. We're up and down. If you have limitations to keeping your arms above your head, you can kind of just play around with the range of motion. You don't have to go up all the way, or you can go out in front. Not really a shoulder exercise if you're going out in front, but you're still moving, and that's all I care about. So play around with whatever feels best there. And then the third exercise is a tricep kickback. So kind of go a little bit diagonal in your chair, lean a little bit forward, take that weight up, and then we're extending out for that tricep kickback, okay? So all exercises have 8 reps. Let's go ahead and begin. So with that first exercise, bicep curls, hold those arms right in the middle there. Make sure your feet are nice and flat on the ground, core is engaged, and let's begin. So first rep is up, and then slowly release. It's gonna feel awkward, but take your time, okay? You don't have to do this fast. So we're up a little quicker, and then we're slowly releasing the weights down. Just stop in the middle and back up. Great job. Awesome job halfway through here. Like I said, this one feels a little awkward. Get through the awkwardness. You're going slow, so it doesn't really feel like you're doing a whole lot, but trust me, you are. That muscle fiber is under tension for quite some time, and that's how you gain a lot of that strength in the muscle fiber there. Keep going, one left here. Nice and slow release. Awesome job. Whenever you're done with your 8, we're gonna hop right into that shoulder press. So bring those weights up, nice and level here. We don't wanna start down here, of course, unless you have that range of motion limitation. And then we're up here for 8. So join me when you're ready. Nice and tall here. Try not to lean against the back of your chair. You wanna really engage that core. Great job. Again, take this time. This set is just to kind of feel out the exercise. So that's why we only do 8 reps here, nice and quick, short and sweet. We'll get into it in the next round. 2 more here. And last one. Great job. Okay, right into that tricep kickback. So position yourself in your chair just ever so slightly diagonally. Lean forward. We're just gonna do one hand at a time here. So when you're ready, pull that weight right up to your chest here and extend out for 8. Really squeeze that tricep muscle as that weight comes back. Awesome job. 2 left here. Last one. And then sit up nice and safe. Make sure we're not hurting that back as we're making our transition. Switch yourself over to the other side, slight lean forward, and begin. We're here for 8. Try to keep that arm as straight as possible. Try not to arch your back. A lot of things to remember when you're lifting weights, lots of form cues, but I will never let you forget, don't worry. 2 left here. And last one. Awesome job, mighty family. Drop those weights. Of course, in between every set, we always try to keep the body moving. So go ahead and do a march, or you can do some arm circles, do some goalposts. This is your time to kind of rest or just kind of have a little bit of a reset in between sets. So I'll let you guys keep marching it out or do whatever you need to do in between sets. I'm going to explain the second set here really quick and then we'll begin. So keep doing your thing, you watch. Second set is concentric curls. So basically the opposite of what we just did. We're still starting in the middle, but this time, instead of focusing on the downward movement really slow, we're focusing on the upward movement. So we're gonna take our time curling up, shortening that muscle fiber, and then we can come down a little bit quicker. So nice and slow up, and then fast release down. That's your first exercise. Second exercise is what we call an upright row. So you're gonna start with your hands down in front, and then we're pulling those weights up towards our collarbone, and then we're back down. So you wanna keep those weights nice and close to your body, and this is going to be working the top of the shoulder muscle. Third exercise is a skull crusher. So I will show you from the side just because it can be a little bit hard to see and from a front view. So take those weights all the way up, and then what we're gonna be doing is pretend like you have your elbows kind of like glued to your ears in a sense, and then we're bringing those weights down and back up. So again, working that tricep muscle, okay? So there's your 3 exercises. Go ahead and grab those weights, and we are going to begin with 8 reps here. So weights start in the middle, nice and slow, up, and then release down. You're here for 8. Remember to take your time with that concentric motion. That just means shortening the muscle, time under tension again, same as the other one, just in a separate motion. Nice and slow. It's hard to go slow. I know it feels awkward, like I said, but let yourself embrace the awkwardness of this motion. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Keep those elbows glued to your side. Our biceps are gonna get lots of attention. 2 more here. And last one, nice and slow. Awesome job. Okay, right into those upright rows. So take those weights out in front, palms are facing down, and we're just pulling the weight up to our collarbone and down. We're here for 8. Nice and tall, squeeze that core. Don't forget about the core. Great job. 3 more. Last one here. All right, right into those skull crushers. We have no breaks between these exercises, so go ahead and make sure you're nice and straight here, positioned. Weights go all the way up top. Remember not to let your elbows move away or forward or backwards from your head, nice and level. And we are bringing those weights down and back up. We're here for 8. You can have those weights together if you want, or you can keep them separate. It doesn't really matter, kind of whatever you feel like you have the most control over here. And I forgot to mention the modification. If you have trouble raising your hands over your head, just go back to the tricep kickbacks from the first set. As long as you're moving, right? As long as you're working that same muscle. 2 more here. And last one. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Throw those weights down, march it out. We are through with the first essential practice of each set. So now this time around, I want you to pay attention to reflect on how that first set felt. So do you need to increase your weight? We are gonna be increasing our reps by 2. So keep that in mind as you kind of decide what you're gonna do. Maybe you wanna kind of pick up your pace if I'm going too slow for you. I don't care, just do whatever you feel is best for your body, whatever you're getting the best benefit out of. If you would like to attend more live classes like these, click the link in the description below. We're gonna take a couple seconds here and then we're gonna begin. So go ahead and get yourself ready, grab those weights. We're back at the very top with that first set. So eccentric curl this time. Start those weights right in the middle, and then we are going up, slowly down, okay? We're here for 10 this time. Great job. Nice and slow. Feeling that bicep burn. Make sure to keep those those elbows next to your side. Don't let them get all crazy. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Remember to stop in the middle. I know it's tempting to go all the way down. I've got 2 more here. You might be on a different count than I am. That's okay, as long as you're moving. Last one here. Nice and slow. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Going right into that shoulder press, so get yourself nice and positioned. Feet flat on the ground, shoulders come up, and we begin for 10. Make sure you're nice and straight, engage that core. I sound like a broken record, but I'm not gonna let you forget to keep that core engaged during these. Awesome job. Nice and strong, feeling that shoulder burn. I definitely feel it with only 3-pound weights. Great job, 2 more here. And last one. Okay, moving right into those tricep kickbacks. So position yourself diagonally, Slight lean forward, and we're here for 10 on each side. So pull that weight up towards your chest, extend that weight out, really squeeze that tricep muscle. Your pinky, as it comes back, should be up to the sky. So you want to just have that wrist go in one steady motion. The only thing that should be moving here is your elbow joint. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that tricep. Great job, mighty family. Almost done with this. Last time, last round of the first set. We are getting through it. 2 more here. Last one. Okay, go ahead and slowly come back up. Switch sides, slight lean forward, and let's begin. 10 here on the other side. Nice and controlled here. It can be really easy as we're getting tired to move through these motions really fast. We do not want that. We want to stay nice and controlled. Really squeeze that muscle. Squeeze the weight in your hand. Great job. You're doing awesome. Two more here. And last one, really make it count. Squeeze that tricep and rest. Toss those weights down, get into that march. Get some water if you need it. We only have 1 set left. We have breezed through this. We have 4 sets, 3 exercises. It's a lot of movement. So last set of that second set of the concentric bicep curls, the upright row, and then the skull crushers. So get nice and ready, adjust your weight if you need to. Let's go ahead and grab those weights and begin. Starting with that concentric curl, weights start right in the middle. Same thing, we're just slowly coming up this time and then coming back down. Here for 10. Awesome job. If you're having trouble keeping it slow, try to do it counts of 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down. That kind of helps. Probably should have mentioned that the first time, but hey, we all got to get in the groove. Great job, mighty family. Biceps are burning. We've got lots of time under tension here with that muscle fiber. Great job, mighty family. 2 more here. Last one. And release, going right into that upright row. So switch your weights over, down right in front of you, and then we're raising up for 10. Just right up to that collarbone. We don't have to lift those shoulders too high here. Awesome job. Keep those hands right close to your body. Three more here. Last one. All right, mighty family, get into those skull crushers. Last exercise, and then we get to stretch and cool down. So bring those weights up overhead. If you're doing the overhead motion, feel free to go back to the tricep kickbacks if you need to. Elbows right in line with the ears, and then we're bending at the elbow and coming back up. Great job, mighty family. Try to keep that back nice and straight. As we're taking that resistance and those weights behind us, it can be easy to lean back or arch that back. Try to really engage that core. Keep yourself nice and straight here. Great job. Halfway through, just 5 more, we can do it. Keep going, 2 more. I definitely am burning. We're shaking right now. We're almost done. Last one here, mighty family. Awesome job. All right, throw those weights aside. We are done with them. We don't have to do anything else with them. So let's go ahead and stretch it out just to make sure our muscles are nice and relaxed and cooled down. So let's go ahead and start with a bicep stretch. So what we're gonna do with this, similar to our first stretch in our warm-up, we're just gonna take the hand out in front. We're just gonna pull the fingertips back. This also gets upright into your bicep. So initially we had it as a forearm wrist stretch, but you can start to feel it in your bicep too. Go ahead and move that wrist side to side just to get that good dynamic stretch of the bicep muscle. deep breaths. It's hard to get your heart rate up in the chair, but it's not impossible. You can definitely make it happen. Go ahead and switch sides, pull those fingertips back, and go ahead and rotate that wrist side to side just to get the good dynamic stretch in the bicep. Awesome job, Mighty Family. All right, go ahead and take it into a shoulder stretch now. So we're gonna release those arms. Arm comes straight across, holding at the forearm there. Really pay attention to the form here. So we don't wanna have that shoulder drawing to our ear. We wanna draw that shoulder nice and away from our ear. And then you really get that full stretch through the top of the shoulder as well as the tricep a little bit. So a multi-muscle stretch here, one of my favorites. Big deep breaths. Grab some water, continue to stretch after this. Of course, I can't emphasize this enough that you can't really stretch too much. So if you feel like you're not getting enough of a stretch in these cool downs, feel free to visit the Stretch and Recovery in the app. I also teach that. Go ahead and switch sides, grabbing at the forearm here. Really pay attention to that form. Great job, Mighty Family. Okay, last stretch here is a tricep stretch. So what we're doing is bringing those arms up ahead, grabbing at the elbow here and just pulling back. Modification to this, if you can't have the shoulders up, you can take it up and across your body like this. So similar to the shoulder stretch, but this time we're bending the elbow. So you can modify here or you can do the stretch here. Just getting that tricep stretch. Did a lot of good burning movements with those triceps, especially at the end with those skull crushers. So good muscle to stretch out. I also will say that if you're somebody who is trying to really tone your arms up, your triceps take up 2/3 of your entire arm, your upper arm. And so getting that tricep muscle strengthened is what's gonna help you get those really defined arms versus your bicep. Go ahead and switch sides here. So just a fun fact, if you are someone who, we're getting into tank top season, we know we want those arms looking good, really try to work those triceps. They're just as important, if not more important than the biceps here. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Go ahead and release, stretch that chest out, wiggle those arms out, and you guys are out of here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's chair upper body, and I will see you all next time.